Okay, so it was supposed to be just a silly challenge. You know, something to get a few laughs and keep my followers entertained for a bit. I never expected whatever that was to happen. But I'm getting ahead of myself. It was the blindfold dare. You've probably seen it, right? The rules were super simple. Blindfold yourself, walk around your house for 5 minutes, and try to make it back to where you started. Easy enough. I thought it would be funny. Maybe even a little spooky, but nothing too wild. I mean, it's just my house. I grabbed an old scarf, tied it around my eyes, and hit record on my phone. At first, it was all good. I took slow steps, arms stretched out in front of me, feeling my way through the living room. I giggled to myself a few times because of how ridiculous it all felt. It's kind of weird, not being able to see anything but still knowing exactly where you are, or at least thinking you do. But after a couple of minutes, everything started feeling different. I can't explain it. The air was suddenly heavier, like it was pressing down on me. And then I heard something, like a soft shuffle right behind me. I froze. My heart was pounding so loud, I could barely hear anything else. I kept telling myself I was alone, but it didn't feel that way anymore. I tried to shake it off. It was just my imagination, right? No one else was here. So I kept walking, counting my steps, trying to find my way back to where I started. But it was weird. I should have been back by now. My living room isn't that big. It felt like I'd been walking in circles for way longer than 5 minutes. Then my phone buzzed in my pocket. It was a notification from my live stream. Someone had commented. I fumbled to pull my phone out with the blindfold still on, and when I finally managed to check it, my heart stopped. "Who's that behind you?" I felt my stomach drop. My breath caught in my throat as I ripped the blindfold off. I expected to see nothing, just my empty living room. But when I blinked, I saw it. Something, or someone, was standing at the far end of the room. It wasn't moving, just standing there, like it had been watching me the whole time. My phone buzzed again. This time the message was clear. Run. I didn't think twice. I bolted for the door, my heart racing faster than I've ever felt. I slammed the door behind me and didn't look back. I still haven't watched the playback of that live stream. Honestly, I'm not sure I ever will. I'm too scared to find out what I really saw. They said nothing would happen. Just knock 3 times on the mirror and it would be over. I wish they'd told me what would knock back. It was supposed to be a joke, a stupid TikTok challenge. Everyone was doing it, knocking 3 times on the mirror at midnight and filming the results. Nothing ever happened in the videos I watched, just awkward laughs or nervous glances. I didn't believe it, not really. But still, there was this itch in my brain, this gnawing curiosity. That night, my room felt off. The air was heavy, almost damp, and everything was too quiet. I kept glancing at the bathroom door, telling myself I wasn't scared. But I was. My heart was pounding, and I hadn't even started yet. The clock struck midnight. With shaky hands, I grabbed my phone and stepped into the bathroom, flipping on the dim light. I stared at myself in the mirror, trying to keep calm, but my reflection seemed different, almost distant. I knocked once. The sound was louder than I expected, like it echoed back at me from somewhere deep inside the mirror. I knocked again. My skin prickled, and I could feel the air getting colder. The third knock felt final, like I was sealing something I couldn't undo. Then I waited. Nothing happened. I let out a shaky laugh, feeling stupid. It was all just a dumb prank, right? But then I heard it, a soft, deliberate knock. Not from the door, not from the walls, from inside the mirror. My heart stopped. I stared at my reflection, my mouth dry. Maybe it was just the pipes, I thought, trying to reason with myself. But then it knocked again, louder this time. The mirror rattled, shaking in its frame. My stomach dropped. I backed away, but I couldn't tear my eyes off the glass. It felt like something was behind it, like something was watching me. And then the mirror cracked. Just a tiny line at first, splintering from the corner. I was frozen, unable to breathe. Suddenly, the crack spread, fast and sharp, and something dark moved behind the glass. I dropped my phone. My reflection flickered, then disappeared, leaving only blackness. Before I could scream, a pale, twisted hand reached through the mirror, its fingers long and gnarled. I stumbled back, but it grabbed me, its grip ice cold and unforgiving. My reflection reappeared, but it wasn't me. It was a warped version of myself, grinning with eyes so dark they looked empty. I ripped my arm away, bolting for the door, slamming it shut behind me. I haven't been back in that bathroom since. I don't know what I let out that night, but now, every time I pass a mirror, I feel it watching me, waiting. I don't know why I thought it would be a good idea. A stupid TikTok challenge. They said it was harmless. Just light a candle at midnight, ask a question, and the flame would give you an answer. Left for yes, right for no. I didn't believe in that kind of stuff, but it was supposed to be fun, right? When the clock struck midnight, I lit the candle. The flickering light felt almost alive. Shadows stretched and danced on the walls, making the room seem way creepier than it was. My heart was pounding, but I tried to play it cool. Is there anyone watching me? I whispered, feeling stupid the moment the words left my mouth. The flame leaned left. I laughed, trying to shake off the weird vibe creeping up my spine. Coincidence, right? Just the way the air moved or something. I decided to ask another question, something even dumber. Will I get famous for this? The flame flickered to the right. That's when things started feeling wrong. My chest tightened, and suddenly, the room felt smaller, the walls pressing in. The shadows weren't just shadows anymore, they felt like they were watching me. I swallowed hard, my voice shaky now. Is something here with me? I wish I hadn't asked that. The flame didn't just lean, it surged, like someone had blown on it, except there was no wind. The air grew icy, and I could see my breath in front of me, which didn't make sense because all the windows were closed. My hands started shaking as the candle flickered faster, like it was fighting something. I sat there, frozen, feeling every hair on my neck stand up. I should have blown it out, but I couldn't move. Then I heard it, a low, heavy breathing right behind me. I swear to God, I could feel it on my neck. My body went stiff, and my heart was racing so fast it hurt. I wanted to turn around, but I couldn't. I was too scared. The flame suddenly snuffed itself out, plunging me into complete darkness. I heard footsteps, slow, deliberate, coming closer. I tried to reach for my phone, but the screen was black, dead. I could feel my pulse in my ears, and the air felt thick, suffocating. I panicked and bolted for the door, nearly tripping over myself as I slammed it shut behind me. I didn't care what was happening anymore. I just needed to get out. I locked myself in my room and didn't sleep for the rest of the night. When I finally went back to check the next morning, the candle was gone. I don't know what I summoned that night, but whatever it was, it's still with me. No matter where I go, the darkness feels closer, like it's waiting. I haven't touched another candle since. Thanks for joining us in the shadows tonight. If you enjoyed these chilling tales, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more spine-tingling stories every week. Have you got a story of your own? Share it in the comments below. We love hearing from you. And remember, the darkness holds many secrets. Are you brave enough to uncover them? Until next time, keep your lights on and your doors locked. Sweet nightmares.